Hello and welcome to the brand new football podcast aiming to take over the world of football podcasting in the Greater Manchester area. The eagle-eyed amongst you will notice we've started by absorbing both Lancashire and Cheshire into Greater Manchester, and I'll be honest, lads, nobody seems all that bothered, apart from the millions who've mentioned it on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and I'm pretty sure I got a message on MySpace about it. But what can you do? Yes, this is the greatest Manchester football podcast covering, well, it's in the title, isn't it? And don't go thinking we'll be covering anything from the south, although we will have a resident Man United fan join us. So statistically, that's probably that boxed off as well. We'll stay well clear of the south. We've all seen Game of Thrones, haven't we? Leave them to the wine and the genitals. We want snow and wolves and Sean Bean. I'm Nick Lee, and I'll just be a generally unsettling but ultimately benign presence throughout the course of the show. Let's bring in the main people who you're going to have to listen to and look at if this is going to work. Oh, God, I want it to work so much. I'm trying my hardest. Just please don't stop me seeing the kids. Team member number one, what's your name and what are you in for?
Can't hear you. That's a good start, isn't it?
Hey!
That's how you make an entrance, isn't it?
Shut it down.
I'm Matt Dean, and I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's Matt Dean, host of the Boundary Park Alert System podcast and the Lattice Football Phone-In, representing Oldham Athletic from the heart of Lancashire / Greater Manchester.
Cracking. Hello back to you as well. Hello from Manchester to the Oldham area. Although, as I've established, it's all the same. Team member number two, brothers. What gives you the right to come on a podcast despite actually knowing stuff about football?
What gives me the right? Being a hunk, being a ex-Labour now Tory Oldham Athletic fan, match-worn shirt collector, and co-host of the Lattice Football Phone-In, and sometimes contributor to the Boundary Park Alert System podcast.
Red flags everywhere there.
Yeah.
the world's largest collection of red flags.
And he's a qualified referee.
Yes, I am indeed.
So
the laws are the laws, and they're not rules. So if you say rules, you owe me 10 pints forever.
So you're coming here to just not get verbally abused. I didn't realise this was your turn to not get abused. If I'd have made a very different decision about doing this show.
Don't worry, there's plenty of time.
Oh, there's loads of time for that. You know, I've got broad shoulders, mate, like Atlas.
Good book though. Good maps in there. Team member number three, lovely Russ Johnson, the real hunk of the show. How you doing, babes? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right, babes. You okay, hon?
Yeah. I'm good, hon. I'll inbox you about it later. Okay. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself? Even though I already know it.
I was going to say,
viewers and listeners we've got coming over with us know it, but the new people don't.
No, do you want to tell them about me? I mean, I am number 4, by the way, not number 3, I think.
No, I think I'm number 4.
Are you? I thought.
Yeah.
Have I got?
Oh no, I wouldn't be so presumptuous to put myself in number 1.
I was going to say.
It's blind data.
So I'm Russ Johnson. I'm one half of the Scarf Bagara War, Stockport County podcast, which is becoming very popular. We like to say, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yeah, I'm not on it. I don't know why you're asking me, but yeah, it's good that show you do with that weird bloke.
Yeah, the dude looks like a fax of
Jürgen Klopp. With you here.
Is it not got something more to do with the fact that Stockport are started to win and are doing well?
No, we were always dead good.
It's not coincided with that then. The improvement in your listeners.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Figures. Okay,
and the part-time
you can tell
it's an observation.
You can tell someone's been newly Vanarama, can't you?
The drama at the Vanna drama. Yeah, God, Jesus.
Yeah.
The league where players take half of pre-season off to go on Love Island. Welcome.
Unbelievable.
Sorry, Ross. We've cut across your big intro.
No, that was it.
You're done?
Yeah, I'm done. That's all I've got to say, really. Yeah.
Someone started heckling him. Some oiks from Oldham started heckling him while he was doing it. So what's to expect?
It's all getting written down. Okay.
I do. Okay, a little bit more. I get a bit anal about the Greater Manchester and Cheshire, Lancashire thing, and it is a balm, by the way. That's why I'll be getting very anal about that. See, it's a balm.
It's a muffin.
It's not a muffin. A muffin is something. Is a cake, isn't it?
Listen, mate. In
currants
Oldham, a muffin is a cake.
What do you call it? A balm?
You don't put chips in a cake. What's
It's like
wrong
a
with
farmer
you?
with a speech impediment. Let's go to the barn. It's not a barn. It's a muffin.
Yeah, muffin.
Just
Luckily,
muffins.
I don't care what people call things because I'm just a happy-go-lucky, like happy to go with the flow type of person. So it doesn't really bother me. But it's barm cake. I will kill anyone who disagrees.
Hang on a minute. You just said it's not a cake, and it's a barm cake. You just said it's not a cake, and now it's a barm cake.
A lot of things are
we don't call them muffin cakes. I call them muffin cakes, not a muffin cake.
So we're going to be going very close to Jaffa cakes soon, and that's just a whole can of worms opened up.
A Jaffa cake is a can of worms.
Yeah.
Yeah. As if the subtitle sorted.
And a biscuit.
7 minutes in.
Are we going to talk about football or?
Yeah. Let's talk about football.
That is on the agenda, isn't it? That is on the agenda.
And it's in the title as well.
It's in the title, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about football. Matt, tell us all about what we're going to do.
Well, I would if I could, but I can't. We came up with the idea, didn't we, for this evening, because this is the first one. By the way, it's not always going to be on this is the first thing that we've done wrong. We started it on a Friday night when it's not always going to be on a Friday night. So that's good for people to, but it doesn't matter because there's only like 11 people actually watching, so it doesn't matter too much. But we decided that because we didn't know what we were going to do, we'd all pick a feature for tonight, unbeknownst to the rest of us what that feature was. So we're just going to all introduce a feature that's specific to this evening. But the idea behind the actual pod itself is for us to be able to talk about football in Greater Manchester / Cheshire / Lancashire. Because it's a proper hotbed of football and football rivalry, isn't it? And because Russ, you had the idea of doing a Northwest one, didn't you? But then when we looked at how many teams there were in the Northwest, it was tons, and we'd have to talk to Scousers and all that kind of stuff, and it was just like, so we decided not to bother and focus on Greater Manchester. And it's without getting too serious, like we've typical Oldham to go down when County have come up, because I missed Stockport away as being one of the games I've missed more than it, because it's local and it's just brilliant. It's what football's all about. We got Torquay away as our first game in the National League, and then we've got Aldershot and all these other. You've been through it all and worse, haven't you? You know what I'm talking about. It's all about the banter, and you want your opposition teams to lose and all that kind of stuff, and the rivalry. But ultimately, you want these short trips and these away days and chance for us to meet up and all that. But at the end of the day, you're going to mercilessly take the piss out of each other, aren't you? And when you meet up in a pub, you're going to drink, you're going to chat, you're going to take the piss, you're going to talk about football, you're going to talk about whatever. And we wanted to do this so that this was that Greater Manchester football experience. Occasionally let United and City into the conversation as well, but I think probably we're more interested in the teams that are of our size, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in my feature, which is coming up in a little bit.
Nice.
Yes. So there's a link. There's a link. I'm going to hand that over to somebody else now to take the reins.
What are you going to be bringing to the party, Russell? What's your feature? Or are you just waiting until it's time and then just planting it on us?
I can tell you what my feature is if you want. Yeah.
Shall we do a feature?
Yeah, shall we? Shall we do a feature?
Let's do Rusty's feature.
Okay. That's a lot of pressure, that. Because I thought of my feature this afternoon. I've not really given it like loads of thought, like probably you have, Nick, I think.
No, I thought of my feature, but my feature, everything about my feature is contained in the title of said feature, so I've not really had to do much else.
Nick, what's your best feature?
Legs, apparently.
Is it?
I was, when Rocky Horror Picture Show was on at Halloween, I always think I'd look good in the suspenders. People go and watch it and get all dressed up. And
are you still doing your...
Don't do it. Don't do it. Because I know somebody who has, and it was the most uncomfortable night of his life. God, honestly. The things you do for just that hint of well, you know why you do it, don't you? Because you're stupid and it's a woman involved. Like anything, really. The only other stupid thing I've ever done is support Oldham of late. But yeah, don't do it. But yeah, I bet you have got nice legs, Nick. But just don't do the rocky.
Are you still doing all that running?
Yeah, I've got some bits. Yeah.
So they're getting nicer then.
Well, they were, but I've been told to cut back on the running. I can't. They're asking me about how much I exercise and stuff like that, and I was doing too much. Did not think that'd ever be a problem.
No, it's not something I can relate to.
Who's there? The man. The man said.
See, I always thought that you were like the drummer out of the Supergrass video, pumping on your stereo with your legs.
Yeah, that's basically
like massive legs coming up like that, and you're there. You know what I mean? Have you seen that? Yeah.
Essentially, that is essentially me. Yeah, I've got the same. When I was doing my running the other week, I did notice I've got the same shadow as Kermit the Frog. Literally exactly the same.
Should we move on to
a low point?
Should we move on to the first feature? By the way, so I'll go first. This could be a train crash, whatever. It could be really good. My first feature is take in or eat out. Can you anyone guess what I'm gonna ask you, and what I'll ask other guests as well? Take in or eat out.
Is it sponsored? I'm staying clear from the obvious pitfalls.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
No, it's to do with football. Weirdly enough,
right? And it's not sponsored by one of those home delivery services, is it? Have you got a sponsor already?
Yeah. I mean, good opportunity.
It would be. Yeah, if this is a regular feature, we'll get it sponsored by one of them. We're not mentioning it for free.
No, if we've got any,
start the bidding war now.
If we do have any United fans on, or City fans, and that probably excludes them, because this actually is about going to the game, and what I wanted to discuss with you is whether you take in food and drink, or you go to the game and eat out, as in from the match. Now I know, Nick. You've told me in the past you go to Greg's on Castle Street, pasty in each pocket, go into the ground.
Well, that's if I'm wearing a 2-pocket jacket. But I'll strategic. I've got a nice denim jacket that you can fit.
What in the boots?
A little sausage roll in each breast pocket. You got a bacon in each of them, and then you've got a lining inside of it to just put all manner of stuff in. So yeah, I do that. I'm normally still like eating at like minute 75. Just still working away through all this stuff.
You pack like Predator, like sausage rolls, like Billy. Oh. What it's just a sight, indeed.
It's just that, really. What's your routine? I mean, at County, the caterers up until I'd say about 6 months ago have been shocking, haven't they? Absolutely shocking. So
they're still quite shocking now, because they just purely because they don't pre-pour pints. If they did that, all the other issues would disappear.
But how do you know people are going to want to drink at half time? What if we pour them and they go to waste? Like, we just literally never happened, does it? It's the same at Atlantic. The thing is, Nick, I understand the economics behind your decision to preload from Greg's.
Which I just really like Greg's. It's not even
if Greg's want to, if they want to sponsor us, then we'll keep saying the name. But until then, from a local high street bakery, but they're going to go cold, aren't they? And that's the issue, isn't it? Surely.
When have you ever had a cold sausage roll or pasty from Greg's? Never. They're boiling, aren't they?
Okay, so initially they work as an in-clothed thermal unit.
Thermal protection.
So that's which is why you load up. So like for the first, I don't know how long, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, let's say a winter game.
15 minutes, I'm cock a hoop.
Yeah, you're like steaming, aren't you? You smell delicious.
I just smell like Stockport. That's just the natural smell of Stockport.
As you're walking down the last bit of the street down to the gate, while the local dogs and cats are following you, and it's like a Disney film. But then you get inside, And then, maybe you do your clapping and all that, and you pre-match. You're probably squashing a few, you should imagine. They're cooling down. Like, at this point, it's starting to fall down a bit for me.
It's like
There's a few times.
Like Pepe Le Pew, like Pepe Le Pasty, walking through Stockport. The scent just following him around. Yeah, that smell is the worst smell of beer, sweat, and meat pies that you usually get.
They're not the only three smells.
No, but the other combined smell that you get when you go into a bar at like half time and there's some dirty who's not washed and it just smells of meat pie. Don't do ever. It stinks. So yeah, there's a bit of a downfall to the problem there, I think, because it could congeal into a really bad smell. I'm not saying you are smelly.
Someone needs to say it. It's similar to when they put the smoking ban in nightclubs, and then you went in a nightclub the night after, and you're like, oh, everyone stinks. Everyone's just in here all night, just farting, basically. These people are the worst. But I have you talk about the pitfalls of it all. When we've got an early goal, there's been a few times where I have kind of knocked myself and I've like knocked the jam out of my donut.
Whoa, you jam it. Wow, that's brave.
Dessert as well.
He's got dessert.
That's after I've had my dark fruits at half time. I don't take my own drinks in. I'm not a piss taker. I'm not a cheapskate. I normally take a hip flask in, to be fair. Actually, I take a hip flask of rum or whiskey quite often.
Proper loaded up, isn't he?
Have you ever had a whiskey bovril?
Ooh.
No.
That sounds nice, though.
Yeah, a whiskey bovril. It's in the same vein as like a steak and ale pie. It's that kind of booze and gravy kind of.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's booze and gravy.
Yeah,
booze and gravy.
Yeah,
that's a northerner's delicacy.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Oh, God.
Yeah, try a whiskey bovril.
Imagine a Cockney watching this. Booze and gravy. What are they on about? We're switching this up, man. But they have pie and eels or something, don't they? Whatever they do.
Jellied eels, yeah.
Jellied eels, yeah. That look absolutely rank, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, every time I've been to London, I've looked down like alleyways and ginnels and stuff, and there's just Cockneys just devouring eels
and liquor. They put liquor on the pies, don't they? It's like parsley sauce. I thought it was peas. But yeah,
it's like. Have you ever done that where you've had sushi or Chinese food and they put like a blob of wasabi on the plate, and you think it's a big mushy pea, and you just go like.
I thought it was avocado and just went wee, and it wasn't. So yeah,
it's such a pitfall for us now. See, these Southerners, they don't have problems with that in Pret and what have you. Everything's clearly labelled.
Russ, can I ask you? Do you take your own food or do you buy inside?
You see, I don't do any. I refuse to buy inside because for me, right, generally going to the football, it's 3:00. It's in between dinner and tea. So if I have something to eat,
second dinner or first tea. It's not hard.
No, I've already had my dinner, so I'm not hungry, and I'm about to have my tea. So I don't eat anything. All I ever do is get a pint in the ground. That's all I ever do. And if it's too busy, which it has been at county lately because we're ace, then I just avoid it because it's just Q madness. I just wanted to get from you lads. What's it like at Oldham? I know a stupid question because you don't go for good reasons, but. Oh yeah, well we'll cover that at some point. But what is generally your rule?
Take in, and I have a set menu. You laugh.
When you say set menu, do you mean you actually go to your
let me give
food
you
outlet of choice?
No, it's Bradley homemade. It's 4 cream crackers with dairy for starters. And then 2 oven bottom muffins from Tommy Fuel Market with beef paste and mustard.
Beef and mustard barm cakes, yeah.
But no, beef paste, not beef.
Beef paste. He still eats beef paste.
Cost of living, mate. Just
how is it back there in the 50s?
It is Oldham, though, isn't it? Come on,
mate. It's beef. Don't even go there. And I'm going to get I'm going to get Shiphams to sponsor us. Believe me, sponsored by Shiphams. But other beef paste products are available, but they are
29p a jar.
Honestly, yeah, they are. Yeah, there's home brand, but yeah, great. 2 beef paste sandwiches, and then I have a packet of sugar-free polo mints. Yeah, so There you go.
You'll need them after that. I thought good beef paste.
Yeah,
I thought you could have a Scotch egg and all.
No.
I get out my own.
I've been there. It's too heavy after the bread.
That's before you think of the poor sod sat either side of you.
It's great. But set menu, great. I always take in, and then I'll buy a pint begrudgingly because it takes ages, at Latics. It's a nightmare.
You have to be prepared to miss a good chunk of the second half, don't you? If you're going for your pint, you have to say, right, I'm going early. I'm not bothered about a pint unless I've been on the booze beforehand. If I've been on the booze beforehand, then you've got to get pints in, because that hour and a half plus 15 minutes, it's best part of 2 hours in it without a pint.
Easily
killer,
sober.
Innit? Yeah, it's no fun. It's no fun. So you've got to get it. But ideally, you're with somebody whose round it is, who gets sent to get the beers in. So,
well, you never buy a round.
I try not to.
Yeah, I know.
When you're around, I do when other people are
You're
around.
tight as cramp.
Yeah.
Stay on my own.
Yeah, I personally, Russ, just to give you a bit more distance.
It's a short one. Isn't it? I do realise that. Yeah,
you're right. The thing about you're right about the in-betweeny bit. It's in between dinner and tea, but at the same time, when it's cold and a match and it's halfway through and it's 0-0 and it's crap, and you're thinking, and then you just think, pies, and you go for a pie and a brew and it's nice, isn't it? So you just have a pie just because it's just. So I tend to just nip for a pie halfway through the first half when there's plenty of pies left. Get one then just to sort of cheer myself up a bit.
I know, but don't you think it's overpriced average food though, isn't it? And I'm not like a food connoisseur. My lad's been down for a burger before and he's brought it back up, I don't know, £3.54, and it's literally just a fucking. Sorry, are we swearing on the podcast? It's
we are now.
It's basically just a patty, I think they call it, with in a balm or a burger bun for £4.
Well, you don't buy burgers from a football ground. That's your first mistake. If you're going to buy food at a football ground, you buy a pie.
You've got to just go home brand. You've got to take it in yourself. That's why it's so crap.
But that's the thing. You make a decision. For Latics, the pies have been pretty good, to be fair.
Yeah, and
the pies are all right.
They just started the rhubarb and custard pie.
And they're only £11, which is not bad. But they were doing some deals, like a brew and a pie for £5, which is not the end of the world.
But they were doing samosa sandwiches, weren't it? It was like a pie on a muffin, not balm, with samosa.
Yeah,
and chips for like £8.
There wasn't. No, there was one. There was a pie.
No, there was have all that.
No, there was a pie. It wasn't chips. It was pie, samosa, pie, and a samosa on a muffin.
Those well-known bedfellows.
It's just very, very strange. It was, but But generally speaking, it leaves a lot to be desired, doesn't it? The food at a football ground.
Isn't it nice to be seeing that? I'm guessing we all follow Footygram on Twitter.
Yeah, some of that's tragic, isn't it? Some of it is so
bad. You
bad.
see these weird and wonderful things. Like there'll be some game in Colombia, and they'll have amazing chicken pieces and some artisan dip, and there's all herbs and chives on it and stuff. And it'll be equivalent of 70 pence.
Yeah.
It's a lot of bullshit though, isn't it? It's a lot of rubbish, right? Because they've had
the Coke's dead cheap and all that you get with it.
They've had food. They've had food taken at county, right? And it's not even from county, is it? It's from somewhere in Stockport
or whatever.
Yeah, so it's a lot of rubbish. Not having it.
Old man yells at clouds.
I think although you were giving me a bit of grief for being tight, I think at the end of Russ's feature, we've all learned who the real tight one is.
What? Because I take me home food?
Not you, Russ.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not tight. Economical. That's all it is.
You're an economizer, aren't you, mate? Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Can we do a special episode where Russ and Bradders go off to the cinema together?
Do you remember that Channel 4 program?
They both look at the popcorn and go, "No, I'm not either."
Do you remember that program on Channel 4 where those old ladies if you use lemons and salt, you can wash your pots with that instead of fairy liquid? That'd be a Russ
Yeah. What a great! I tell you what, we've already thought of our first little video feature, haven't we? That we can do
on location.
Yeah.
Scrubbing the kitchens at football grounds, like going around Greater Manchester, like cleaning up.
When
Can we
life
clean your
gives you lemons,
kitchen?
when life gives you lemons, economise.
Should we move
Right.
on?
Let's move on quick.
Let's move on. Right. Before we go on to the second feature, should we just like quickly talk about actual football because it's a football podcast?
That'd be an idea.
Yeah, just very quickly. Obviously, Oldham into the Vanadrama, and we've gone up into League Two.
All right,
you
you
lads-
don't need to start.
No, I'm just.
Come on. The whole world of football that you had at your disposal then. Let's talk about football. Let's talk about football.
Hands up, who's in the
Straight
football
on.
league?
So Oldham got relegated out of the football
No.
league. It's the first thing that you have to mention. Thanks for that, Russ. But
I
crack on.
just wanted to ask, like, what are you looking forward to, and how has it been generally at Oldham? Because people who are watching this don't necessarily know anything about Oldham Athletic, do they? Hopefully.
We're not looking forward to anything. Not really. No, we're looking. We had this conversation. We were on your podcast, weren't we? And since we were on your podcast, and you asked us the same question, we had Abdallah in charge and everything. But a takeover is now imminent. So next season looks a lot brighter because hopefully we've got people coming in to improve the football club. But it's going to be a massive job. But obviously we're a lot more optimistic now going into the season than we were with the potential of that. Because I genuinely thought that if Abdallah was in charge and his brother was recruiting, that we might even do a county and go down again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you know? I mean, it was a real possibility. I think next season is going to be hard anyway, but it's already much improved in terms of preparation and stuff. So, I mean, things that we're looking forward to is like individual experiences. Like we've got Torquay away on the first game of the season. So like in a couple of weeks in the sunshine, we're going down out with B&B.
In the double room.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We probably only need a sheet, won't we?
Nothing. We're just
Probably
going to
we won't need a duvet. We won't need a duvet. But
what's a duvet amongst friends?
So we're going down and like
Lovers. Anyway.
you can't keep a secret, can you?
Sorry.
Anyway, so we're going down to Torquay for the first game. We've got York away on bank holiday at the end of the month as well. So the start and the end of August are really good. And then we got loads of shit in between, like Dorking and Aldershot and Eastleigh and whoever. But like, it's going to be grim. But
on the contrary, I'm looking forward to going up. Yeah, I'm going to say it. We're going up. I think we'll go up. Yeah, ever the optimist.
Record points total. I think won by February, etc. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to beating Wrexham, Notts County, Grimsby, all of it. I'm just looking forward to the whole show because we're going up. Bit of stability, the momentum will carry us through with this new owner, and we'll be absolutely fine. I'm not worried about a thing, if I'm honest. We're going to lose some. We're going to draw some. I think
we'll win some as well.
This is Dave who was convinced we were going to stay up last season.
I know.
Even though we were totally in the shit and we were already gone at this point. But no.
I'd be the guy on the Titanic going, it's only an iceberg, don't worry. You know what I mean? Putting a bit into the glass, like, oh, anyone for a bit of ice for the Coke?
Interestingly, I saw a program about the Titanic, and it wasn't just the impact on it. There was a fire early on in the bowels of the
a fire at an iceberg. It's
before they hit the iceberg, before they left. There was a fire early on. It weakened the whole structure of the thing.
You could say that fire was the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, yeah, exactly. No, well done. That was good. That. Anyway, thanks for that because we don't want to talk about the Titanic. Anyway, this is a football podcast.
Back to Oldham.
Oldham, yeah. If we make the playoffs, we'll have done really, really well. Really, really well. I think
we're going up.
We've not had a top half finish since 2009, top 10 finish since 2009, something like that.
Things change.
So finishing 10th would be.
We're not going to finish 10th. We're going up, and I'm looking forward to every minute of it. Good, bad, indifferent.
And you see, not all that enthusiasm and positivity is based purely on enthusiasm and positivity, isn't it? It's not the fact that like there's probably about 12 teams in that division that are going to be aiming for the playoffs, right? Wrexham are going to win the league easy, right? They're going to piss it. And then you've got Notts County, Chesterfield, Solihull Moors, Boreham Wood, all the Chesterfield, all season in the National League, all building on the squads that they've already got, We're coming down from the Football League with putting a squad together. We've no chance, mate.
We'll be fine.
If we get through to the playoffs, and it'd be a miracle if we go up next season. A miracle.
Matt, stop being down.
I believe in miracles.
You'll be fine, Errol.
But anyway, to
I'll
just
tell
say
you what,
that,
Will, so I want to get the ticketing sorted out at our place. Bloody hell!
I know,
sort
yeah.
out the club shop and
Yeah.
the ticketing.
just want to bring this comment in. Bunker fire, very common on big steamships.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
John
good to know.
Bilsbury, yeah.
It's good to know that we've got
Yeah.
knowledge
Stick to the
amongst the
football,
audience.
It's one of our listeners that we brought across as well. So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
have the credit for that. That's one
I
of
didn't think it'd
our
be one
more
of our-
erudite listeners. That's
I
one of
didn't
the
think
ones
it'd be
who
one
can
of ours,
spell.
mate. Didn't think it'd be one of ours.
Hey,
So Oldham, I think we've covered that.
Yeah.
He's just on another planet, and
I'm on the other side of the fence.
if we can get some stability in and start fixing loads of the legacy issues that we've got, because you know what it's going to be like. They're going to be unturning issue after issue after issue after issue. It's going to be, it's going to be crazy. So
Be fine.
yeah, but it'll be fine. I mean, I hope
Be
it is
fine.
fine. I hope we go up. Of course I do. But it's going to be a hard season next season. And obviously, you lads are looking forward to pissing League Two, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I'm actually looking forward to the Wrexham documentary that's coming out in August. Spoiler alert.
I'm excited just because I like football documentaries, and then the fact that the final act is going to be us stopping and winning the title.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in.
Live on Disney
And I'll-
Plus.
And I quite like Ryan Reynolds as well, to be honest, and the other lad. The poor fella. All that work he's got behind him, and he gets known as Ryan Reynolds, mate.
What did we say? Deadpool and his mate. That's what.
Deadpool and the other one. That was the
Deadpool
title.
and the
of
other
that
one, yeah.
episode.
Deadpool
and
and
the other one.
piss pool.
Well, yeah, we've got lots to be cheerful about, haven't we, Nick?
Yeah, like Ian Jury and the Blockheads, they had reasons to be cheerful, didn't they?
They did.
Parts 1 and 2, so that's a lot of reasons. I don't think
Yes.
we've quite got 2 parts worth yet, but we're getting there.
What? You don't
It's a
think?
long song, isn't it? It's a long song. He lists a lot of stuff in that song. Like, it's like We Didn't Start the Fire, isn't it?
It's
So
always
it's like-
burning.
By Billy Joel.
Yeah. By Billy Joel, yeah. So William Joel, yeah.
Yeah, we're,
So Billy
we're,
Joel of the Red Keep.
we're favourites to go up, so we're favourites to double bounce. So I'm expecting us to be playoffs or above. Is my prediction.
Ooh.
I think you'll do well as well, to be honest with you, because it's a pretty shit league, and like you've got that momentum, you've got spending power, you're making signings. I think you've got that momentum, and you just take a look at Forest Green and teams like that, and that have come up and just kind of like with the momentum and like, I mean, Forest Green's win that league last year. I just think we got relegated out of that fucking piss awful league. So I think you'll do really well. I think you'll probably get off to a flyer and just be up there for most of the season, to be honest.
You've got a good manager, though, haven't you, Challoner? He's a very, very good manager, and he knows the league. And all he needed was a bit of backing. You know, he did a good job at Hartlepool, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you've got no worries there, and you've just got the infrastructure all set up and ready for you to be a League One club, haven't you?
Yeah,
So-
well, the Ames Championship, isn't it? So that's where we're headed.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to emulate your greatest ever league position, haven't you? And get up to the championship.
Ooh, I
And
love it.
Nah.
Love it.
probably get a nosebleed while you're there and get dizzy, fall over, end up back in League Two, where you probably, if everyone's being honest, where you belong.
Yeah.
Nah, probably not. I said League One. League One is probably where it belongs.
League One, I would say.
No.
What's your like?
Behave.
What's your average position like for us? Our like we're sort of like a bottom end championship, top end League One on average. Like where if you do it all out, Andy's done it for us on our podcast. Do you know? Have any idea work out here in that?
Someone has done ours. I saw it on one of the message boards, and I think it was about 14th in League One. I might be wrong, but I think it was like mid-table
Yeah.
League One. But
Yeah,
I think the
you're
only
right.
thing changing it now is the fact that since we were last in the Championship, the amount of clubs no bigger than us that have gone and absolutely pissed the Championship with a bit of backing, and at the time in the Premier League, like Blackpool, Wigan, Swansea, clubs like no bigger than us. Like certainly since I've been watching.
Hang on a minute, because they are.
Yeah, now.
Yeah, now, yeah. But
Yeah.
my first season at County, we played Bournemouth, Wigan, Blackpool, Swansea,
Probably.
Fulham, Blackpool. I'll contend are a bigger club. They've won FA Cups and stuff like that. But in terms of the others, like, at that time, like what most of this generation of County fans knows was them being in the same league as us. And then as we went down, they've ended up in the Premier League.
When I think back to when I was a kid, like when Oldham were in second division, like Bolton were in the fourth division, Fulham were, Swansea were, Wolves were. Like there was loads of teams that were like big teams now that are down there, and it changes all the time, doesn't it? That's the thing. That's the beauty of it. But what bothers me is teams like Notts County, Wrexham, like good clubs with good fan bases going down, and then Crawley and Forest Green and the likes, and Salford City,
and Harrogate Town
coming up. You know, and it's not that they don't deserve their moments in the sun and that. It's just that they bring very little to the experience. And I'm sure we'll talk about that a bit more. I'm conscious that we've only got 23 minutes left, and we've got three features to do. So can we do Dave's?
Yeah. Before we do that, can I just say, if you are watching live or even on the pre-record or recording back on YouTube or on the podcast audio, whatever you're listening to or watching, can you please subscribe and like and follow, review, rate, whatever you are listening to or watching on, because it does really give us some boosters with the algorithms. The bloody algorithms. Bloody algorithms.
Speaking of rhythms, it's time for Dave's feature. Are you ready?
Love it. Love it.
Who are you? Who are you? Who do you think I am?
So, as you probably guessed, it's a bit of a quiz. Well, not a quiz, but a bit of a guess who sort of vibe that I'm bringing to the feature. So, I'm going to give clues out to you guys, and we're going to hopefully try and do this between the other clubs as well, so we can start a leaderboard to see who's going to win. And I can honestly say that I haven't told Matt who it is, so. While Russ gets his quick drink,
I won't get it anyway. I'm rubbish.
I'm going to give some clues out, and the guys who are watching as well may even attempt to answer it. So, if you think you know who it is, just say your name, and you can give your answer. So, first clue: I was born in Burton-upon-Trent on the 9th of January in 1986.
This person has a connection to North.
To Greater Manchester football.
Not to say that you're.
I was going to say,
not a general person.
Not to say your intro.
It's not like
Kieran Knightley.
Your feature wasn't shit,
but bad.
But it wasn't comprehensive.
Sorry, apologies.
So this is a connection to a football club in the north, in Greater Manchester.
They're a person connected to Greater Manchester football.
Okay.
So I've played for 5 Greater Manchester football teams. I started my career at Manchester City and moved to Oxford when I was 18.
Oh, I know this.
86.
Oh, I know this.
No, he was born in 86.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
I then went on to play for Hellas Verona in Italy.
Jake Offroyd.
Sorry?
JJ
Offroyd.
No, Russ,
Is
you're
it
wrong.
Micah Richards?
No.
Oh.
And I've had 2 spells at Oldham Athletic.
It's Nick.
Go on.
Is it Shaylin Logan?
No.
No, he's a Manchester lad, isn't
he?
Oldham Athletic signed me from Wolverhampton Wanderers at the start of the 2002 season. And I'm a Wales international.
I should be getting this. I know who it is, but I just can't think.
The last club I played for and who I retired with was Mansfield Town.
Hal Robson Canu.
No. Goodness me.
You know what? It's the pressure.
Craig Davis.
Me now. Craig Davis.
Boom.
That's it.
There you go.
How did you think of that, Russ?
Could I just thank my backer Andy Halliwell on WhatsApp for telling me that?
What's he doing texting you?
He's put it on the group chat.
Oh, the group chat. Yeah.
I'm assuming that's the same Craig Davis that played for us.
So actually, Andy Halliwell, as he's part of GM Football Pod, it is a point to Oldham. So Oldham are at the top of the leaderboard this week.
Okay. Yeah, you
I
can
know
have
we've
that.
not got time for. You got 2 more features, but I was going to add another one, but we can move on to another feature if you want.
That was
Could you say that
frustrating.
Craig Davies also played for County as well?
Yeah, he's one of the 5. He played for Manchester City. That's where he started off. Stockport County, Bolton Wanderers, Wigan Athletic, and Oldham. So there's your 5.
Nice.
So yeah. So that was Who Are You?
That's frustrating because that's one I should have got and didn't get. So that because I'm really bad at this kind of thing.
That was good. Yeah.
Who are you? Who?
There we go. We won't play the whole thing, but
Craig Davies.
There we go.
he's proper ball, I tell you.
He is.
We had him on our podcast, and I tell you what, he can talk. That boy can talk. Like 2.5 hours of him just like really, really going for it, and I had to edit it all out. But he was a really good guy to talk to. Yeah. But
Did you give him a right good listening to?
I did give him a right good listening to. Yeah. Yeah. And he told us all about Abdallah and Mo and all that. It was good. Expose.
Hey, yes, there you go.
Right, we've got 2. Have we got 2 more features to do within like 18 minutes?
Yeah. Don't
Right, let's go.
Okay.
Crack
Nick.
on.
Right. So my feature. When you told me I had to do a feature, I was like, straight away, I'm going to do. Well, are we pre or post watershed here now? I know it's 20 to 9, but everyone's been swearing. Okay, the feature's called Clubs That Can Fuck Off. all day long, I've been practicing this bit, and I've been thinking, right, I'll tell them it's Clubs That Can Sod Off. But no one else gives a shit. So there we go, Clubs That Can Fuck Off. And basically, I was walking along this week, I was thinking, right, which club I'm going to bring up first as a shining example of clubs that can fuck off. I was walking past the school near me, and all the kids are out playing, laughing. And I just thought, that's that moment where you feel dead old. So I thought, well, I've got to pick a club that's making me feel very old at the moment. And with all their various crypto, bro, NFT, shilling, nonsense, I'm going for Crawley Town purely because. It might all be, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it all. And it makes me feel very old. And anything that I don't understand and makes me feel old should by rights be outlawed for like everyone else's safety around me. Because otherwise I just start moaning about it to people who don't care, like my girlfriend. So I'll be like, oh, see, Crawley have been taken over by some crypto bros. It's just like,
Nick, just put the shopping in the basket. Pick the old brand up, for God's sake.
Talking to the self-service checkout machine again.
One item in the backing area. Crawley Town and the crypto bastards are going to get me.
You robots are part of the problem.
but I'm very annoyed by him. It's too much for me.
It's a good one because in our group chat, Andy Halliwell, who answered the question, Craig Davis, and has been exactly. You should have this conversation with him. He's not having it. He is not having it. And then Will, who's like into crypto and all that kind of stuff, he's like, yeah, this is good. This is. And then we've had our attempted take. Well, it wasn't really an attempted takeover, but some guy coming in and saying, I'm going to buy Oldham with Bitcoin, blah blah blah, and all this kind of bollocks. So we've had a bit of a taste of it. It turned out to be a complete crank. But yeah, I mean, like. Are they just testing the water with Crawley, and then they're going to move up to massive clubs like Stockport? What's the story?
Well,
they tried for Bradford first.
They signed Dom Telford though, didn't they? Did you notice that? Yeah. That's a big signing that for Crawley because he was banging him in at Newport, weren't he? So they must have some like substance.
Well, they do have some real money. It's not that they don't have real money. It's just
but I was on a lower league look podcast and they spoke to someone at Crawley weeks back. They've actually got old-fashioned paper money, these guys behind them, by the way. But they're using the Bitcoin as a potential future sort of pathway and investment for them. I think people are scared of it because it's volatile and it's new and it's woo.
It's a slippery slope, isn't it?
I can't touch it. So
eventually you'll get to the stage where you go and get your halftime burger. You pay like £8 for a gourmet burger, and it's like they'll just send WhatsApp you a link, and it's like, yeah, here's a picture of your burger, bro. Yeah, but we can change the link that it's hosted at, so enjoy it while you can, man. It's that type of thing, and no one needs that in football. And about 6 months ago, everyone was jumping on crypto. Every gimp who'd ever thought, I've never had an idea in my life, but I'll follow this one. They all jumped on it. They're like, "Oh, I've got 50 quid in Pink Panther coins. I've got 100 quid in Great British Barm cakes. You know, whatever. All these weird names. They've all shut up now. None of them are still talking about it. Them people.
Well, it's like
I've at least
Tamagotchi.
5 or 6 friends have done it. Yeah, that's it.
It's like
Just like
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchis.
Yeah, everyone had one, and then they don't. So that's what it's fine, you know.
Well, you don't lose money on a Tamagotchi, do you? You don't stick 50
Speak
quid
for
in
yourself,
the
Nick.
Tamagotchi for self-keeping. And then end up with none.
I had therapy, mate. Honestly, no.
So is that the only thing you don't like about Crawley?
Don't need to move on to it. I mean, the very fact that they're in the Football League, Welsh clubs like, well, all the ones you mentioned before, Matt, Chesterfield,
including Oldham,
Solihull, and now Oldham, all these clubs that are.
And the nickname's the Red Devils as well, isn't it? That's
it?
just like, it is the Red Devils. Like, come on, you Reds. It's like, get in the fucking bin. You know what I mean?
It's near Brighton. It's Sussex, though, isn't it? So they probably are all Man United fans. It's like FC United satellite club.
And this is the thing they've got in their they released a thing about like what their aims are and all that, and like their aim is to get Crawley into the Premier League, and it's just like Crawley Town in the Premier League. I mean, it's like saying you're going to get Salford City in the Premier League. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Which
Gary Neville said. And
exactly. It's ridiculous because the club is not big enough to. You can't without just basically just putting it into massive debt. You'll never generate the revenue through a club the size of Salford City or Crawley Town, even if it gets up to the Championship, which it won't. It won't be able to compete. There's just no chance. And fair enough, they've got like this ambition to do it, whatever, and fair play to them, and they can give it a go and stuff. But like, it's just not going to happen. And as certain people say, "Oh, well, look at Bournemouth, they've got it." And occasionally, a club will get Bournemouth. If you've been down to that part of the world, it's beautiful. It's a great place to live, and you need to be rich to live in that kind of area, and that you don't need to be, but like it's a wealthy part of the country. There are certain places that are sort of like geographically suited to becoming richer and better, and there are certain places that aren't. Certain people might argue that Salford's one of them in terms of the economy of Manchester, but I mean, at the end of the day, we've got someone from Salford coming out with us.
Yeah.
I'd be fascinated to know if they've always been a Salford fan or if they're just a United fan that now watches Salford.
Yeah.
Because there can't be many people that are actually Salford City fans, died in the wool and have only ever supported them. And
interesting little fact that I found out about Salford. They were originally a team set up for Man City fans who were based in Salford and didn't want to go and watch United. So that's why the club was founded. So then obviously everything you've despised for years, well, United were winning everything and you were winning nothing, has kind of just come and gone, hello, look at me. You know what I mean?
They used to play in Sky Blue as well. They used to play in Sky Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, and now look at them, poor buggers. Wow. So that's why. So the new fans that they have picked up off like what the documentaries and stuff like that have been offset by the people who've just thought, no, sod it, I'll go and watch. I think they go and watch Main Road now instead, I think.
But can you imagine Crawley in the Premier League? Do you remember that advert that they used to have for Barclaycard? It was like 99% of fans have never been to Manchester. You could just see some like Indian guy in Calcutta just going, 99% of Crawley fans have never been to Crawley. It's just like, it's not going to work, is it? It's just, they've got no gravitas, they've got no pull, they've got no sway. They're just crap. And I have to agree with you. They can fuck off for me.
Yeah.
We're going to do like a Room 101 kind of thing. Are we all agreeing that Crawley can fuck off?
Yeah, we'll agree.
We should have a little jingle for that, shouldn't we?
Well, let's assume
I am going to run out of teams eventually.
Yeah, let's assume we get to 92 episodes of this podcast. Just one team left. I guess the one team that's left, they don't have to fuck off, do they?
No, they can stay. They can stay.
They can have the special treat of forming their own Super League. Just them on their own.
Yeah. Because that's another. I mean, all those six could have fucked off, couldn't they? I mean, they still can, can't they? But it's Crawley. We're choosing Crawley, or you are.
Choosing Crawley. I'm glad we're all in agreement.
I think we're agreeing, aren't we? Though, yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we'll get more
100%.
controversial as the weeks go on. I will start picking like I will pitch up one week and be like, right, teams that can fuck off number 636, Oldham Athletic. And we'll just have at it, just stripped to the waist.
We'll probably just. I mean, if it was last season, I would have been like, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no.
I've had enough of it too, to be honest. I think it was quite good to do that feature before mine. I'm linking now, by the way, because my feed. Thanks for that, Nick. By the way, it was good that.
Thank you.
And it took us
Thank you
out
for
of it took us out of the region for a bit, but we managed to link it back to
I'm like
the
an
region,
explorer.
didn't we?
I'm like Fred Talbot in his little car.
Are you sure you want to be like Fred Talbot?
Get all about.
Jumping around on the
He
island.
was bloody good on that map. Never fell in 15 years. Fair play to him. Great swimmer.
Yeah, but sex offender. Anyway, it's true, isn't it? Anyway, so let's link it to my feature, which I've got about 8 minutes to go through. I wanted to talk about local rivalry and all that kind of stuff. Was the local pecking order?
Oh
right?
yeah.
Right, so,
yes.
What I've just listed here. I'm going to bring it up. I've got a graphic. There we go. In alphabetical order. The teams in our region that are full time. And Altrincham join that list, don't they? Because they've just gone full time.
Yes, they have. Yes.
So there they are. We all know them. Altrincham, Bolton Wanderers, Man City, Man United, Oldham Athletic, Rochdale, Salford City, Stockport County, and Wigan Athletic. So the debate I went to, and this could roll, and it could change depending on the fans that we've got on. But how do we rank them? Like who's top, who's bottom in our region, and where do we start? Do we have to? I think we have to start with. Do we start with heritage and prestige and awards and titles and all that?
Oh,
and
God,
fan bases. I'm going to have to say, I'm sorry, but United are top, aren't they?
I think with
history-wise,
I think so. Yeah. We've got to say that, haven't we?
I mean, they're the only team in the region that's won the European Cup. And they've won it. Is it twice or 3 times? So they've won it 3 times, haven't they? So,
yeah.
So they have to go top, don't they? So let's move on from that. And then City have to come second, don't they? Can't really argue with that. I mean, this is not the hardest part of the feature in there. I mean, United and City.
Groundbreaking, is it?
No. And I think that it has to be Bolton, done it. Really? I think Bolton have got to be the third big. And BBC Radio Bolton producers will tell us that is definitely the case. So then we start coming to the next bit now. So I think the fourth place team, their second name has to begin with Athletic. Yeah.
But Wigan have won the FA Cup, haven't they?
I think it has to be Wigan.
Yeah. Well, that's it. There's loads of criteria here. Like Wigan were non-league up until the 90s something?
Yeah, late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. Because we played them like 92.
Exactly, yeah. They got big investment from DW, from Dave Whelan. Then that's
he broke his leg at Wembley.
Yeah, I didn't know that. He's never been mentioned. Never been mentioned.
Another fact there, fact fans.
So I'd like to argue. I'd like Oldham and Wigan to argue that of who is fourth, because for me, right, they've won an FA Cup purely based on a spike of investment. If you think of their whole history, it's just one.
But you could argue that about City, couldn't you? I mean,
no, because City have always City won the league years ago, and they won the League Cup, and
okay. But let's look. The other thing to think about, and I'm arguing for Wigan here against Oldham, but let's look at the last 30 years, right? I mean, how far back do we need to go? Like you said before about Blackpool. Blackpool won the FA Cup and blah blah blah. Wolves, but at some point, like all that becomes immaterial. In the last 30 years, we've been promoted once and relegated from the Premier League down to the National League being 1 cup final, 1 and 2 FA Cup semi-finals. Like Wigan have been promoted however many times. They've won the FA Cup. Like they've got a bigger stadium than we have. Ultimately now they are a bigger club than we are. So for me, that
if that's what we're going off, then I would agree with Wigan. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, but they like rugby more in Wigan, don't they?
I don't like admitting it either, Dave, but my ambition is to make sure that Oldham rise to that third spot.
But no, because if you ask a Wigan fan, who would you rather go and watch? You went to somebody, would you rather go watch the rugby or football? They said the rugby, wouldn't they?
Well,
Rugby takes precedent in Wigan, and it always has and always will. So I think from a football,
Let's get a Wigan fan on to argue
or
that.
soccer,
There's Wigan
we will.
fans watching this, or there's a Wigan fan watching this going,
with one eye on the rugby, and yeah. I tell you what, if it was a choice between watching Wigan versus Wigan and Saints, watching Wigan versus Preston, they go and watch Wigan versus Saints. So for me, Oldham top Wigan.
Bury, we just said that.
Football.
We just said that about Bury. Bury aren't a full-time professional team in the
No,
in the region
no.
at the minute, are they? That's why they're not in there.
Yeah.
I mean, Bury won the FA Cup twice, didn't they?
Yeah.
But you know,
So
I mean, they're still Bury.
Everyone who remembers it's dead. So you have to draw a line somewhere. Same as the Blackpool thing, really.
Pecking order. So we've got United, City, Bolton, then Wigan.
No.
Yeah, it's gone. I'm sorry, going up to Wigan. It can change, but then it's Latics, then it's the proper lads, then it's Oldham. Yeah, Oldham above Stockport. Yeah, lads?
I'd say so. Yeah.
I think that's
I'd
historical. Yeah,
Historical, yeah.
So the pecking order so far is United, City, Bolton, Wigan, Oldham. Then it's County.
Yeah. Then it's Salford. Yeah.
Salford.
No. Jimmy Wagg supports Altrincham, so that's enough for me. You know, Jimmy Wagg off. You know, honestly, yeah.
Can I shock you? I quite like Altrincham.
So do
I.
I.
I like him.
Over Salford.
Yeah, but it's Rochdale.
I see. Right, Altrincham over Salford.
No,
right,
but Rochdale come above Salford
Rochdale.
and Altrincham.
Yeah.
Don't they?
Yeah. But haven't Rochdale just been stuck in?
Put it back up again. Put it back up again.
Yeah, it's Man United, Man City, Bolton, Wigan, Oldham, Stockport, Rochdale, Altrincham, and
Salford. Yeah.
That's the order, isn't it?
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Salford have to be bottom, don't they?
Yeah, for now. Yeah.
Well, no, for all. Presumably
Forever.
next week, Salford can fuck off. But as far as I'm concerned, this week, Salford can fuck off as well.
Let's just say at this juncture, we have got Salford's commentator, media manager, and communications manager, Will Moorcroft, coming on to the show, and he
Man
will
United
join us.
fan Will.
Well, we'll ask him and find out. Let's not put him off before he comes on. I'm sure he can battle his own corner.
I'm sure he's rubbing his hands and looking forward to the debate. You know,
I know,
and fight in the corner of Salford City. So, but yeah, I mean, I think that's the pecking order, and I think we've got to be realistic. Wigan are a bigger club than we are.
But I think City will start overtaking United soon. Because,
I think they will soon,
because United are just. I don't know. This is the rich Sunday League team, aren't they? Just a nonce in charge. It's just poor. They're just poor, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, let's just discipline. We're going to be more disciplined this season. The Premier League footballers, for Christ's sake, you know, United are going to go on a downward spiral rapidly. I think.
Well, they are on a downward spiral, aren't they?
No, but it's like a real downward spiral.
If this manager doesn't work out, they might as well just call it a day because they've tried everything. They might as well just like.
£500 million on players. It's just laughable, isn't it?
It's funny. I've just thought of a new feature: most depressing clubs. So you talked about 30 years not winning a promotion or finishing the top half in the last 20 or something. Rochdale not won anything for 84 years.
No, but they have been promoted from League Two to League One, and then been relegated and then promoted again.
Yeah, but that's but through the promotion places, not through winning something.
Yeah, it's been through places in the playoffs. They've not won a title or anything.
Listen, mate, I'd take winning a promotion in second or third place. You know what I mean?
Going up.
Yeah,
going up. I'd rather win promotion second place than win the playoffs. So I mean, winning the playoffs means. You know, I'd rather go up second than not have to bother with the playoffs. To be honest with you,
right, lads, right. We can't act Billy Big Bollocks because when we were in the football league, we won cock all. It's only in the non-league rubbish that we've actually won anything. So, which you could argue doesn't count for anything because it's non-league.
Did you go via the playoffs though? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, we've won playoffs and finished second, but we've never. The last time we won a division in the football league was 1967. So.
I'd still take going up in the playoffs, wouldn't you?
I'd rather avoid them, to be honest.
Oh, I don't know.
Playoffs versus winning. There you go. That's another feature.
Look, we've been in the playoffs twice and we've lost both times.
But would you prefer not going up in the playoffs or just winning promotion? What would you prefer?
I'd prefer to just win promotion.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's the whole point of the season. Just get promoted, finish second,
and
go up. I don't give a shit about the playoffs. Go to London on the piss anyway if you want for a weekend.
All
You
right.
know.
So get off your eye off.
But in the National League,
Just stand down.
no.
Chill.
God, you just drive me insane.
It's just the adventure.
Anyway, so I'm glad we got that wrapped up, that feature. Now we're hovering around the hour mark. We have to be disciplined with our timing because
We do.
an hour is enough of this nonsense. I think most people will.
Wise words.
Yeah. But we've got the basis of some potential weekly features there, possibly.
Yeah.
Which is good. We need audience participation. We need football fans and fans of general chit chat from around the region to support us and to get involved. And if you are involved, even at a local level with the Greater Manchester team, we're not here just to focus on the professional teams in the region. We'd love to talk to people who are involved in amateur football and lower league football to come on. This is a great Manchester football podcast. It's the greatest Manchester football podcast, and it's only going to be that by contributions from the audience. So we'd really love you to get involved. I think I've enjoyed the first episode, and I'm looking forward to next week, which won't be on a Friday, will it, Russ?
No, it's Thursday.
Thursday evening.
Yes, Thursday evening. Yes. Friday morning it will go live.
Yeah. So we're going to record on a Thursday evening. We're going to do it like this, live on YouTube, and then we're going to release it as a podcast on Friday mornings, nice and early for your drive to work on a Friday morning, 7:00. If you've missed the YouTube live event.
Shenanigans. Yes.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Happy days. Good
Who
stuff,
wants to do the sign off? Nick, you brought us in. Do you want to take us out?
I don't do sign-offs, mate. No. I delegate all that to Russ normally.
That's usually me, yeah. So what I will say is cheers for everybody that has watched live. You've listened on the podcasts. Please do like and subscribe and share, review, and rate whatever podcast player you are listening to. And then all that's left for us to say is thank you very much. Please come back again because we need you.
We do.
Is that fair to say? Okay.
The Greatest Manchester Football Podcast is a KUPOD production, available on all the usual podcast platforms every Friday morning from 7 a.m. Stay up to date with everything from the pod and all our contributors' content by following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok at GMFootPod. If you would like to get involved, or if there is a Greater Manchester Football Club you think we need to be talking about and we aren't, please get in touch there too. The title music is royalty-free music from Les FM. Visit lesfm.net for more information. Thanks for listening. See you next week.